My name is Eric JT Forensic, and I'm here to teach you how to draft. This is video 3 of the Cape House floor plan series. It's actually step 2. Video 1 was an introduction. Video 2 was drawing out the walls, windows, and doors. And now this is video 3, step 2. So if you didn't see those other 2 videos first, I suggest going back and viewing those. In this video, we're going to talk about kitchens, baths, closets. Okay, we're going to locate the bathroom fixtures, locate the kitchen appliances. Make sure to remember to use your templates. Those are those green, thin things that will speed up the process for drawing toilets, water closets, bathtubs, lavs, sinks, refrigerators, cooktops. Label the items just like you see them on a drawing. The text height is 1/8 of an inch tall. So you're going to label the tub, the WC for water closet, LAV for lav, REF for refrigerator, sink, range. Okay, locate the upper cabinets using hidden line type. I'll explain that. But that's basically this line. It's not showing up hidden here, but this should be a hidden line 1 foot away from the wall. And the base cabinets are 24 inches or 2 feet away from the wall. 2 feet there, 2 feet here. The island is 36 inches. So this is the island, or more or less a peninsula. And it's 36 inches, so it's 2 feet plus 1 foot overhang. Closet shelves are 12 inches off the wall. So the closet shelf is this line coming around here. And that's going to be 12 inches off the wall. And this is representing the rod where you're going to hang your clothes from. And that's 9 inches off the wall. Same thing for this other closet. Same thing for this other closet. And do not include these dimensions. Any dimensions that you see right now on step 2 is 5'8", 10'3", 1 foot, 2 foot. That's just to help you get the drawing put together. It's not the final dimensions. The final dimensions will come in step 4. So we'll cover that. The drawing is 1/4 inch equals a foot. The paper size is 24 inches by 18 inches. So again, you should have already did step 1, which was laying out the walls, window locations, door locations, the front porch with the posts, the railings, the steps outside with the railings, interior staircases going both up and down, and the platform and steps going out the sliding doors. So your drawing should look like this, and you should have checked all the dimensions. I don't want to see any dimensions on it at this point, but everything should be right in the right spot. So if your drawing looks like this, you're ready to go to step 2. Step 2, we're going to put the bathroom together, the closets, and the kitchen, just like I just said. I will give you another sheet that shows you all the dimensions for the bathroom fixtures and the kitchen appliances. The bathtub, or you can use your templates, but everybody usually likes to have enough information so they're not feel like they're lost. The bathtub is basically 5 feet by 2'6". And that's going to go right here. So that's a box right there, 5 feet by 2'6". You can try to mimic the shape, but honestly, I don't even do that anymore. What I do for a bathtub, is I put a line 2 inches inside from that. And there you go. You might have a template that shows it more like that, but I think this looks slicker and it's a lot easier. So, of course, if you're using AutoCAD, you can make these into blocks, but this is not an AutoCAD video, so we won't get into that. Again, the toilet is a little bit more involved than it needs to be, and most likely you have a template, but here are the basic sizes: 1'8" by 9.5" tank, and the bowl is 1'6" by 1'2". If you don't get all these little doodads, the curves, not the end of the world. You have a template, but if you even just drew a rectangle and a circle, I'm cool with that. So for that being said, I'm just going to place this into the room for now until we build the sink, or better known as a lab. The lab is going to be 2'10" by 2' box. 2'10" by the 2' box. Let me erase this 3.5. I'm not sure what that is, and this is. Sorry about that. I kind of know what that was. That was because of the dimensions. Wanted to jump. That's 1'4" by 1'10" oval in the middle there. So let's start out with the 2'10" by 2' box. And that's going to be starting in the corner of the bathroom here. So start off with that rectangle, 2'10" by 2 foot. So if you build that rectangle, and you'll know you're in good shape if there's a little bit of space here. It's actually 2 inches off of the wall. Then you have a medicine cabinet, which is 1'8" by 3 inches. And that's going to be right in the middle, 1'8" by 3 inches. I apologize, I'm using AutoCAD, so I'm going to cheat. At 3, 1'8". Going to locate it in the middle there, then in the middle there. So there's the medicine cabinet built into the wall. And then let's find the center. And we have an oval of 1'4" by 1'10". So we're actually going to need to know for AutoCAD the midpoints. So it's 11 by 8. (11, 8). So now that I have the tub located and the sink located, or the lab, I have 2'9.5" left over. I'll find the middle of that, and I'll draw my toilet right between those two items. And there is your bathroom. The kitchen now, we'll start off with cabinets 2 foot off the walls. So off of this wall, go 2 feet. Off of the middle plumbing wall, go 2 feet. And then off of this back wall, let's go another 2 feet. From here to the peninsula is 5'2". Peninsula or island. It's technically a peninsula, but some people might call it an island. And then 3 feet. So we need to know where to end this. And we got a dimension from here to there, which is 5'8". So if I was to measure off of this 5'8", I know that's where the end is. When you have a kitchen and you have this sticking out into the middle of the kitchen, you want to at least round it a little bit so it's not too pointy if somebody hits themselves into it. So let's go with, I'm just looking at my countertop and it's pretty square. It's a little bit more modern. Let's go with a radius of 2. You don't have to go crazy, just curve it off a little bit. That looks nice. And 1 foot. So you got 2 foot here. And then 1 foot over there. So this part of the countertop, this 1 foot, is higher than the 2 foot. So that would give you a spot to have stools, and it's a little bit higher up. So that's all the countertops. So now we want to locate the appliances. The first one is the refrigerator, and it's 1 inch off the walls. See the 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So refrigerators aren't pushed right up against the walls or countertops. Is a gap. So let's leave a 1 inch gap. So 2'8" by 2'8" actually, 2'6" plus 2. So the whole box is 2'8" by 2'8". So if you find a template or you draw a 2'8" by 2'8" box, but just make sure it's 1 inch off of that wall, 1 inch off the back wall, and then 1 inch to the edge of the countertop. So you can see that there's a gap, 1 inch gap around the refrigerator, and the refrigerator door is 2 inches. So from this, let's move it back 2 inches. So even though it's not a counter depth refrigerator, it's deeper than the counters. Some refrigerators just go to the 2 feet now. It's still hidden behind this closet, so it doesn't feel like it's taking up too much space in the kitchen. The sink is basically a 110 by 1'4" box, 1 inch from the front of the countertop. (110, 1'4). I apologize that I'm using AutoCAD, so I'm gonna do stuff that you can't do by hand, but same process more or less. 1 inch back from the front of the counter, and it's a 110 box by 1'4". And honestly, I think it's cool. Just leave it square, a little bit more modern. You could put the curves, and the curves I said were 2 inch curves, but either way works for me. I'm gonna leave it square. It should, if everything worked out, be right in the middle of that window. So if you know that happened naturally, you should be pretty happy. Big smile on your face right now. This represents the middle line of everything: the window, the sink, the countertop, obviously this gap in between here. That should all line up. The last piece is the range. The range also has a gap because it can be pulled out from the countertop without really any tools, basically. Just pull it out, and then if it's a gas, you got to unhook the gas. If it's electric, you got to unplug it. But it's not any major damage to the house. You can buy a new one and slide it into the same spot. So we have a 1/2 inch gap, and the box is a 2 foot 2 by 2 foot 2 box. So why don't we just start off with a 2 foot 2 by 2 foot 2 box. I'm gonna get rid of these dimensions just to keep it clean looking. Actually, I'm gonna clean that up for a second, so I know where the center is. The center, since you're hand drafting, 3 1 1/4. 3 1 is fine. Don't, it's really tough to find a 1/4 inch drafting by hand. There's basically the middle, and again, it's a 2 foot 2 by 2 foot 2 box. So I'm gonna center it on that line. So you can see this grip, this blue thing right here, is right on the line. I'm gonna back it up to the wall, and then I'm gonna just move it out 1/2 inch. So I achieved that gap right there. And 1/2 inch gap on both sides. Very nice. Now we need to show the door, the controls, and the burners. And at this point, I can put this curve back on here. So again, to the center of the stove, it's 3 1 1/4. I'm gonna make your life a little bit easier. 3 foot 1 to the center. I'll make your life even easier. 3 feet to the center. 1/2 inch for the door. I'm sorry, 2 inches for the door, 4 inches for the controls. Two inches for the door, 4 inches for the controls. That was all within the 2 by 2 box. So just remember that. 2 by 2, 2 foot 2. And the burners are 6 inches. The spacing of them, just make them look good. Nobody's gonna be building this stove to this drawing, just to show the people concerned with looking at the plans, the homeowners, plans examiners, contractors, where the stove's going. It's not gonna be built from these plans. So I'm gonna locate 2 over here, and then do your best to center them. Again, I believe you have a template that's gonna help you do that. If not, you can just throw 4 circles on there. Nice. Okay, so we need to put the upper cabinets. The upper cabinets are 1 foot off the wall, and they will be a hidden line type. Like such. Now, you got a window here, so you can't put cabinets in front of the window. So we want to stop them before the window. And you don't want to stop them right on the side. You want to leave a little space here so you can get casing. Some people call it trim or molding, but normally we call it casing. So let's move back 6 inches. On both sides. So then you stop the hidden line so it's not going over the refrigerator. And let's stop this cabinet here because this is higher and people are going to be sitting there with a stool. You don't want the cabinet right in their face. So we'll stop the cabinet, upper cabinet right there. So from the side of the window, 6 inches, 1 foot off this wall, 1 foot off of that wall, again 6 inches off of that, 1 foot off of that, and stop it before that. Let's put the shelves and the rods in the closets. So off of the closet wall, the one that's darker right now, this highlighted one by the red square, take it a foot into the room, a foot into the room, and a foot off of this wall. One foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, and do the same for this one. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. Now, when we're talking about line weights, these should be lighter. The ones that I'm just drawing now, these ones that look like green color right now, they should be lighter than the walls are, okay? They shouldn't be as dark. They shouldn't be super light, but the walls should be darker than them. And then either way you want to do it, I often just go 3 inches off of all these, or 9 inches off the back wall, same difference. And those are going to be hidden line types. So it's 9 inches off of there, or 3 inches back from there. And that represents, the solid line represents the shelf, the dotted line represents the rod where you're going to hang your clothes from. So these are walk-in closets. Same thing for this, 1 foot, 3 inches back, and make this a hidden line back there. Last thing is to label the appliances. Ignore what I'm doing. I'll show you that trick. Hang out with me for a while and learn all my tricks. But that's the way I do text. And this is the tub. This text will be 1/8 of an inch tall. 1/8. Water closet, WC. LAV. REF. Sink. And R for range. So this was not too bad of a step, right? The shelves in the closets, the 3 closets here. Put the lab, the water closet, the tub. the refrigerator, the sink, the range, the countertops, the upper cabinets, and you are done. If you didn't already do it, please subscribe to my videos, my YouTube channel. Hit the like button if you like this, and leave some comments. I love to read the comments and love to respond to them. If there's anything you want me to clarify, I'd be happy to do that. Always read my descriptions also. Keep an eye out for my next video, and thank you.